At 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term Birmingham bus station was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th. On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted.
You woke? Time to get up. Welcome to Thought You Were Woke, No Speed Limit Podcast. I'm your host, Alvin. I hope you're having a terrific day. I decided to take this opportunity to pick up the Carlee Russell case. I really wasn't going to do anything about this because this is kind of out of my wheelhouse a little bit. It's a little in my wheelhouse, but a little out. As you know, last Thursday, Carlee Russell, the young woman in question, was traveling along 459 when she said she saw a toddler walking along 459 along the side of the highway. And she called 911. She communicated with the 911 operator. 911 operator told her to stay with the child until they got there if she could. And if you watch this video that shows a traffic cam video that you see Carlee pull over to the side of the road, seem to get out of the car, and the car stays there. Apparently what happened at this point is Carlee either was abducted or ran into the woods. And I'm saying either or because there's some controversy here. But according to Carlee, what happened, and this is the story according to Carlee, was immediately after she got out of the car, a man emerged from the woods, said he was looking for the child, and he was concerned about the child. That particular man, who was apparently had orange hair and a bald spot in the back of his head, grabbed Carlee, forced her over a fence and into another car. An ordeal which lasted for 48 hours. Carlee said she was in the back of an 18-wheeler for a short period of time. Somehow she escaped from that vehicle, then got put into a car. She was taken to another location where they fed her. Apparently they asked her to disrobe. They had blindfolded her so she couldn't see anything. She said at that location she heard a woman and a baby. It's very vague, the information he gave, but some of it is pretty specific. So she said that she thinks that they took pictures of her. No, she said there was no sexual contact that she knows of. And she said when she woke up the next day, this woman was playing with her hair. They tried to put her in a car again, and when they tried to put her in the car again, she escaped, ran through the woods, and ended up back at home. And according to reports, I guess it was about 10:30 at night, 10:50 at night, her parents called 911, telling them that Carlee was at home. She was kind of disheveled, so on and so forth. The paramedics attended to her, and they took her to a hospital where she was treated and released. Now, other details are starting to come out about this whole situation, and I'm just going to try to keep this as brief as possible because everybody knows it. Everybody's talking about it. It's all over the internet. So, as you saw in the briefing earlier, there were some details that the police are putting together, saying that she looked up information from her job. According to their timeline, Carlee left her job, went to Target, where she picked up Cheez-Its and granola bars and some other snacks. And then she went to Tzatziki's and picked up her dinner. Before she left her job, supposedly she took a black robe and some toilet paper. Along the way, her way home is when the incident happened and she disappeared. Now, she left the food in, they said she left the Tzatziki's food in the car, and she took off with her maybe with the robe or maybe whatever happened. Those particular items were not found in the car. Now her cell phone was found by the car on the ground out on the road. Uh, it's a lot of it's a lot of things that just you can't put two and two together. So then they also said she did some computer searches about Amber Alerts and missing people and taken, that kind of stuff. Um, so what it's starting to look like, is that Carlee Russell's story is not quite adding up. They found her wig in the car, and they found her cell phone. They found some other personal items, and as far as they're concerned, that sounded like a kidnapping. That's what they had from what they saw. So then started this huge search, which included groups of people who were searching out throughout the Hoover neighborhood and other areas of town looking for Carlee Russell. And this case, of course, went national because this is weird. Somebody used a baby as a bait. So really, they weren't just looking for Carlee. They were also looking for this white baby that was on the side of the road that was supposedly in diapers and a T-shirt. Now, here's some other details about that baby. The baby was 3 to 4 years old, which is kind of strange for a 3 to 4 year old to be in a diaper, so it may have been a pull-up. Don't know. And a T-shirt. And, of course, it's strange for a baby to be running up and down the side of the highway. And people have said, well, why wouldn't a baby have entered the highway? Maybe it's 3 or 4 years old and it's scared of cars, okay? Maybe it knows to be scared of cars if it was a baby. That's possible. Here's the only other issue. No one else made a 911 call about a baby on the side of the freeway. No one else. At all. And watching traffic cam video, it's very blurry. All you can see is her get out of the car and seemingly to walk around to the other side of the car. And then everything just kind of disappears. It's extremely blurry. It's dark of night. The only thing you can see is the blinking car lights or the other cars passing by, really. You see what looks like a figure walking around the back of the car. So that probably was Carlee at that time. And that's the last thing you see of her. And then the car's just sitting there on the side of the road with the door wide open. Folks have been saying a lot about this, saying that it doesn't look, that it really didn't happen, so on and so forth. Her parents have been on NBC. They said that she's disheveled. Her boyfriend, who had also received a call while she was on the side of the road, he said that she told him that she was getting out the car to check on the baby. She said, "Are you okay?" And next thing you know, heard were screams. She said, he sent a message the day she was found saying that Carlee was fighting for her life. We don't know if any of the other family members are involved in this situation or know what was going on. Nobody really knows what the situation is. It's kind of strange. I don't know if it's fake. I don't know if it's real because Hoover is still investigating. There are a lot of people making speculations. Hoover says they need a second interview with Carlee Russell, but so far she's refusing to do a second interview. Her family is protecting her right now. Saying that she's been through a traumatic experience and she's trying to recover from the experience. Once she do that, then she will talk. People are demanding answers, which people always do, but it's not necessarily their right to the answers. This is between her family, and the Hoover police at this point because they were the ones conducting the search, spent money and time looking for her, as they say. So there's a lot that's involved. Now, police also said that they do not believe that there is a danger to the community or anyone that's out there kidnapping people. As we know, there is sex trafficking in the United States. There are people who kidnap people, who bring people from other countries, and all those things to work as sex workers, basically as sex slaves, for whatever reason. So we know that happens in the United States. I'm not saying that couldn't have happened here. She said pictures were taken and all this other stuff. So I don't know. We don't know. The full details we don't know. Now, if this young girl was lying, it's sad, right? But at the same time, what we should do, but most of all, is pray for her and her family so that they can find the ambulance so she can get through this, because we don't know what's going on with her life. I mean, from what they're showing of Carlee, it seems like her life was in good shape. Seems like she was going to nursing school. Seems like she was staying at home with her parents, but she was looked like she was trying to do something with her life. So we never know what mental state people are in or what situations they are in. Now, in the process of bringing this up, because if this is one thing, people are making light of this situation, this circumstance. I want to bring up two things. Anaya Blanchard is number one. Her mother came here from Auburn to search for Carlee Russell. She is this is something her and her group is determined to do to help look for missing people, and they came here to look for her. Now, if you know anything about the Anaya Blanchard story, she was a young girl about 19 going to Auburn. She went to a gas station one night, and after she went to that gas station, she disappeared. I believe her body was found somewhere near Dothan, Alabama. And she had been killed. Now, her captors and all his accomplices have been caught. But this is one of those news stories that developed also. This poor young lady died, and this mother here was crying because she lost her daughter. Now, those questions have been answered as to what happened to her and who did the crime. Why will never probably properly be answered ever, because it never makes sense when these people do these things. I want to bring up another case. His name is Hakeem Carter. This young man was a contractor in the state of Mississippi, in Laurel, Mississippi. Apparently, he had a friend that he was riding with, and they got in an argument, so that friend, he no longer had a ride with a friend. So he was trying to get a ride back to his apartment or back to his home where he was working as a contractor in Mississippi. Well, he called his mother and said that he had gotten into this altercation with this group of guys. I guess they may have been part of the contractors or may not have been. Whatever happened, he started feeling for his safety. He felt for his safety. He felt for his life. He went to the Laurel, Mississippi police to write a report and to try to get some help and get a ride to somewhere. They decided not to help him. So he went back, called his mom, and said, hey, I'm going to try to do this on my own, so on and so forth. He also disappeared. His body was found several weeks later in a town way outside of Laurel, Mississippi. I think it was 12 miles outside of Laurel, Mississippi. And the police there said there was no foul play, that he died of natural causes. That's what they say. But if you look at the way the body was dismembered and all those other things, sorry, I had to bring that up. There was something that happened to this person. This was no natural or phenomena. So, what I'm really trying to get at is this. Carlee Russell's story, people are making light of the situation, the circumstances, but there are people who actually go missing and things happen to them. This is serious. Always love on your loved ones and protect them. All I can say about this girl is this situation really, I know it makes for great clickbait and so on and so forth, and it has been the story of the year, of the week. Truth is, we need to pray for her and her family. Her family is relieved that she's back. Now there's a lot of pressure on her because everybody's on her. Basically, you live in Birmingham, Alabama. It's a big town, but small enough where people going to know you when they see you on the street. So her face is out there nationwide. They're making jokes about it. It's all over social media, and social media is the beast. That is the beast. And all I can say is, let's just pray for her family, and the situation they're going through. I'm not here to judge her in any kind of way. I presented the evidence that the police presented, and that's all we can do. That's all we can do. So continue to pray for her, okay? Hey, folks, thank you for watching today's show. I hope you enjoyed the show. And please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share with your friends. Peace.